Hello students, good morning. Welcome back to Christ King online class. So in today's session we'll be going to learn about the new chapter, that is triangle. Okay, triangle chapter. Okay, yes. So the basic properties of triangles you already studied in your previous class, isn't it? The shape of a triangle as well as some of the properties of the triangle. Also different types of triangle like isosceles triangle or right angled triangle or equilateral triangle or scalene triangle. All these are different types of triangles you are already studied, isn't it? Okay. See, here I'll consider 2 points. I'll consider, that is congruency of triangle and similarity of triangle. Okay, yes. See, congruency of triangle you are already studied in your 9th standard in detail, right? Okay. So once again we'll recall that. Okay. So I'll consider the first concept about congruent figure. Okay, congruent figure. Congruent figure. So what is this congruent figure? What is the meaning of a congruent figure? Okay, any two figures, okay, two figures are said to be congruent if they have same size, and same shape. Okay, any two figures are said to be congruent if they have same size and same shape. Okay, yes. In particularly, I will consider congruency of triangles. Okay, so I will consider congruency of triangle. Congruency of a triangle. Okay. See, I will consider two triangles. Okay, I will consider two triangles. So this is triangle A, B, C, and this is D, E, F. Okay, I will consider two triangles A, B, C and D, E, F. Okay, yes. So here angle A, angle D, angle B I'll mark it like this. Again angle C, angle F. Okay, so AB, DE, BC, EF, AC and DF. Okay, yes. So now I will consider two triangle. Okay, in triangle ABC and triangle DEF. Okay, I will consider two triangle. Okay, when we can say these two triangles are congruent. Okay, congruency symbol. Okay, what is a congruency symbol? Your congruency symbol is like this. This is known as a congruency symbol. Okay, congruency symbol. Okay, when we can say that these two triangles are congruent. Okay, two conditions. It must satisfy these two conditions. Okay, so here I will write in triangle ABC and triangle DEF. Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF if which are the two conditions? First condition is about if corresponding angles are equal. Okay, if corresponding angles are equal. Okay, corresponding angles are equal. Okay, corresponding angles are equal. Okay, so what is the meaning of a corresponding angle here? Okay, so first I will consider angle A. Okay, so for this angle A, what is your corresponding angle? For this angle A, your corresponding angle is angle D. Okay, yes, that is angle A equal to angle D. Okay, angle A equal to angle D. Okay, next what about another angle? Angle B. Okay, so for this angle B, what is your corresponding angle? Your corresponding angle is angle E. Okay, next angle B equal to angle E. Okay, next another angle is angle C. For this angle C, what is your corresponding angle? Your corresponding angle is angle F. Okay, so angle C equal to angle F. Okay, so this is your first condition. Okay, when we can say that any two triangles are congruent if their corresponding angles are equal. Okay, corresponding angles means for the angle A, what is your corresponding angle? Angle D. Again for the angle B, what is your corresponding angle? That is angle E. Once again for the angle C, your corresponding angle is angle F. Okay, yes, so this is about a first condition. Okay, next what about your second condition? Second condition is corresponding sides are equal. Corresponding sides are equal. Okay, corresponding sides. So what is the meaning of this corresponding sides? Okay, that is okay, first for the side AB, what about your corresponding side? Your corresponding side is DE, isn't it? So therefore say side AB equal to side DE. Okay, again for the side BC, what is your corresponding side? Your corresponding side is EF. Okay, next again side BC equal to side EF. Once again side AC, for the side AC, what about your corresponding side? Your corresponding side is DF. Okay, so AC equal to DF. Okay, so this is about corresponding sides are equal. Okay, so now when we can say any two triangles are congruent, congruency of triangle. Okay, I will consider two triangles. First one triangle ABC and another one triangle DEF. When we can say triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF if what about the first condition? Corresponding angles are equal. Okay, for the angle A, corresponding angle is angle D. Again for the angle B, your corresponding angle is angle E. Again for the angle C, your corresponding angle is angle F. Okay, so therefore these angles are equal. Okay, again the second point is corresponding sides are equal. For the side AB, what about your corresponding side? That is DE. Again for the side BC, what about your corresponding side? EF. Again for the side AC, what about your corresponding side? That is DF. Okay, so if it satisfy these two conditions, then we can say that these two triangles are congruent. Okay, so this is about congruency of two triangles. So next we will discuss about what you mean by similarity of triangles. Okay, so next we will discuss about similar figure. Okay, so what you mean by similar figure? Okay, so two figures are said to be similar. Two figures are said to be similar if they have same shape but not necessarily the same size. Okay, see, according to the definition of the similar figure, what you mean by similar figure? Okay, two figures are said to be similar. Okay, when we can say any two figures are similar, if they have same shape. Okay, the shape must be same but need not be the same size. Okay, it's not necessary that those two figures must have the same size may vary. Okay, but the shape must be same. Okay, the shape must be same. Okay, so such type of figures are known as similar figures. Okay, yes, so now in particularly I will discuss about similarity of triangles. Okay, in particularly I'll consider similarity of triangle. Similarity of triangles. Similarity of triangles. Okay, yes, so I will consider two triangles. Okay, I will consider two triangles. Okay, so this is A, this is B, this is C, I'll consider, and this is D, this is E, and this is F, I'll consider. Okay, you can observe here triangle ABC and triangle DEF. The shape is same, isn't it? But the size is different, isn't it? Triangle ABC is a bigger one, triangle DEF is a smaller one, isn't it? Okay, so now my question is, when we can say that these two triangles are similar. Okay, so here I'll write in triangle ABC and triangle DEF. Okay, so in triangle ABC and triangle DEF. Okay, triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF. Okay, see, we'll use this symbol to indicate similarity. Okay, to indicate similarity we use this symbol. Okay, the meaning of this symbol is similar. Okay, similar. Okay, we'll use this symbol. Okay, yes, so therefore when we can say that these two triangles are similar, okay, triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF, I'll write here. Okay, when the conditions are here, it must satisfy the two conditions. Which are those two conditions? The condition is the first condition. Okay, first condition, corresponding angles are equal. Corresponding angles are equal. Okay, so what is the meaning of corresponding angle here? Okay, first I'll consider angle A. For this angle A, what is your corresponding angle? Your corresponding angle is angle D, isn't it? That is angle A equal to angle D. Okay, so again angle B. For this angle B, what is your corresponding angle? Your corresponding angle is angle E. Okay, so angle B equal to angle E. Okay, also for the angle C, what is your corresponding angle? Your corresponding angle is angle F. Okay, angle C equal to angle F. Okay, yes, so therefore corresponding angles are equal. Okay, so this is the first condition. What about your second condition? Another condition, corresponding sides are in the same ratio. Corresponding sides are in the same ratio. Okay, so what is this? Corresponding sides are in the same ratio, but in the congruency of triangle, corresponding angles are equal as well as the corresponding sides are also equal. Okay, but here in the case of this similarity of triangle, corresponding angles are equal, that is correct. But what about corresponding sides? Corresponding sides are in the same ratio, they need not be equal. Okay, if they are equal, then it is a congruent triangle. Okay, if they are not equal, then it is a, if their corresponding sides are in the same ratio, then it is a similar triangle. Okay, so what is the meaning of this? Okay, that is okay, side AB I'll consider, this is your side AB. Okay, that is AB. For the side AB, what is your corresponding side here? For the side AB, your corresponding side is DE. So AB by DE equal to first now consider the side BC. Okay, so for the side BC, what is your corresponding side? Your corresponding side is EF. Your corresponding side is EF equal to, once again, for the side AC, what is your corresponding side? Your corresponding side is DF. Okay, so therefore AC by DF, AC by DF. Okay, so this is nothing but corresponding sides are in the same ratio. Okay, corresponding sides are in the same ratio is nothing but AB by DE. For the side AB, your corresponding side is DE equal to another one BC. Okay, for the side BC, your corresponding side is EF equal to, for the side AC, okay, this is your side AC. For this side AC, what is the corresponding side? Your corresponding side is DF. Okay, if your triangle satisfy these two conditions, then we can say that these two triangles are similar. Okay, hello students. So next we'll move towards one of the important theorem. This is a very important theorem, 4 marks theorem and very easy theorem. Okay, very simple theorem. See, that is basic proportionality theorem. Okay, basic proportionality theorem, we can also call it as BPT. Okay, basic proportionality theorem, or we can also call it as a Thales theorem. Okay, important theorem, 4 marks theorem. Okay, yes. See, first we have to know the statement of this theorem. Okay, statement is important here because sometimes they will ask state and prove Thales theorem. This is your question, state and prove Thales theorem or state and prove basic proportionality theorem. Okay, so therefore everyone has to learn this statement. This is important statement, very important. Okay, yes. So according to the statement, if a line drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect the other two sides in distinct points, then the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. Okay, yes. So what is this? Okay, so first I will consider one triangle. Okay, first I will consider one triangle. Okay, so this is your triangle. Okay, so this is A, this is B, this is C. Okay, yes. So now as per the statement, a line drawn parallel to one side of a triangle. Okay, one side, consider one side of a triangle. Okay, so that one side will be BC. Okay, I will consider that one side BC. Okay, so now I will draw one parallel line. Okay, that is DE. Okay, so here DE is parallel to the line BC. Okay, DE is parallel to BC. Okay, yes. So next, also you can observe here this line DE will intersect AB at a point D and AC at a point E. Isn't it? This line DE will intersect AB at a point D and AC at a point E. Isn't it? Okay, so first I will write the given data, what they have given in the question or what they have given in the statement. Okay, yes. So first I will write given. Okay, given. Okay, what they have given in the question. Okay, so in triangle ABC, in triangle ABC, DE is parallel to BC. Okay, DE parallel to BC. Okay, the line DE is parallel to BC and DE intersect AB at A. Okay, this DE will intersect AB at D. Sorry, at D. Sorry, not A. At D and AC at E. This is what they have given in the question. Okay, what they have given in triangle ABC, in triangle ABC, DE parallel to BC. Okay, the line DE is parallel to BC also, and DE intersect AB at D. Okay, this DE will intersect AB at a point D and AC at a point E. Okay, so this is what they have given in the question. Okay, next to prove. Okay, what you have to prove here? Okay, to prove. The next part is about to prove. Okay, so what you have to prove here? See, they have given what they have given in the statement. Okay, other two sides in distinct points. Okay, then the other two sides are divided in the, okay, see here, if a line parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect the other two sides in distinct points, then the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. Okay, so from here other two sides are divided in the same ratio. Okay, this is what we have to prove. Okay, other two sides, which are the other two sides here? Okay, say one side is at the beginning I have considered BC. Okay, so now which are the other two sides? Other two sides are AB and AC, isn't it? Okay, so now what you have to prove? This line DE will divide this AB and AC in equal ratio. That means, okay, this line AD will divide this AB into two parts, that is AD and DB. Also, it will divide this AC into two parts, that is AE and EC. Okay, so this is what you have to prove. Okay, what you have to prove? AD by DB equal to AE by EC. AE by EC. This is what we have to prove. Okay, okay, what we have to prove? Once again, recall. Okay, what we have to prove? This line DE will divide this AB into two parts, that is AD and DB. Okay, another part is AC, that is AE into EC. Means these two parts and these two parts are in the same ratio. That means AD by DB will be equal to AE by EC. This is what we have to prove. Okay, now proof part. But to prove this, we need some construction. Okay, to prove this theorem we need some construction. Directly I cannot prove. Okay, so the next part is about construction. The next part is about construction. Okay, so what we have to construct? What we have to construct here? See what I will do. Just I will join this BE. I will join this BE. Okay, join BE, comma, also join this CD. Okay, also join this CD, also join this CD, okay, CD, okay. What you have to join? Join this BE and CD, okay. Also draw one perpendicular EF, okay. Also draw one perpendicular EF, okay, and join BE and CD and draw which is that perpendicular EF, perpendicular EF, okay, but that EF is perpendicular to which side? EF is perpendicular to AB, okay, EF perpendicular to AB and DL, okay. Another construction you have to do, that is draw DL perpendicular to AC, okay, DL perpendicular to AC, okay, and DL perpendicular to AC, okay. This is what we have to construct, okay. I'll repeat once again. Construction part, what you have to construct? Join BE and CD. First you have to join these two and draw EF perpendicular to AB and DL perpendicular to AC. DL perpendicular to AC. This is what we have to construct, okay. So now we'll move towards the proof part, okay. Proof. This is very simple proof, okay. Proof. So what is this proof part? See here, I will consider the ratio of the areas of two triangles. I will consider, okay, ratios of area, okay. Yes, which are those two? Which are those two triangles? See, first one, triangle ADE. I'll consider triangle ADE, okay. Triangle ADE, okay. So area of triangle ADE by, okay, ratio of which two triangle? ADE and area of this triangle, which is that area of triangle DBE, okay, DBE, okay, area of triangle DBE. Yes, which two triangles? ADE by another triangle DBE, okay. Yes, consider ratio, okay. Yes, so normally to find the area of a triangle, which formula will you use? Half into base into height, isn't it? Okay, we'll use that formula here. Half into base into height, half into base into height, okay. Yes, upon, okay, for this also same formula, that is half into base into height, okay. Yes, so now first we'll consider area of triangle ADE, okay. Write this half as it is, okay. Base, what is the base for this triangle ADE? What is your base? You should be careful here. See, you are going to find out the base of triangle ADE. Here, can you observe here? EF is perpendicular to AD here. EF is one of the perpendicular line on this AD. Yes, so here AD is a base of your triangle AED, right? Okay, so therefore for the triangle ADE, what is your base? Base is about AD, okay, into height. What is a height? Height is nothing but a perpendicular length drawn from the opposite vertex. Okay, so for the base AD, what is your opposite vertex? Opposite vertex is E, isn't it? So what is the perpendicular line drawn from this E? That is EF, isn't it? So this EF itself is your height. Okay, so EF is itself your height. Okay, so EF, okay, upon, okay, so this is for the upper triangle. Now what about for this triangle DBE? Same formula, half into base into height, same formula. We'll substitute the values here. Half into base value. Okay, see, for the triangle DBE, what is your base? Your base is about to DB. DB is your base. Okay, so half into base is DB into, what about your height? What about your height for this triangle DBE? Height. Okay, see, height is nothing but perpendicular drawn from the opposite vertex of base. For the side DB, what is your opposite vertex? Opposite vertex is E. So what is a perpendicular from this E? Perpendicular is nothing but EF, isn't it? So this EF is your height for this triangle. Okay, EF is also a height for the triangle DBE. Okay, so height value is the same here. Okay, for these two triangle, height is the same, only the base will vary. Okay, for the upper triangle, base is AD, again for the lower triangle, base is DB. It's easy to remember. Okay, yes. Now half cancelled. Okay, EF and EF cancelled. So which one remained now? AD by DB remained. Okay, so AD by DB, AD by DB. Okay, so therefore you can say area of triangle ADE by area of triangle DBE equal to how much? AD by DB. Consider it as equation number 1. Okay, consider it as equation number 1. Okay, yes. So next the same process will follow for the another part. Okay, another side of this triangle. Okay, yes. So what is that? Same process. Okay, same process will follow for the another side. Okay, yes. So here once again I will consider the ratio of two triangles. Which two triangles I will consider? See now. Okay, now similarly, in the same way, similarly, okay, area of triangle, upper triangle same, ADE, same triangle, or as you can say AED. Just I'll change the sides now. Okay, in the first one you considered ADE, isn't it? Okay, now we'll consider that side, right side. Okay, that is AED. Okay, AED by area of triangle. Okay, so lower triangle, shaded triangle already considered. Now consider the unshaded triangle. Okay, so what is that unshaded triangle? DEC. Okay, DEC. Okay, DEC. Okay, first consider shaded triangle for this one, DBE. Now consider unshaded triangle, that is DEC. Okay, DEC. Okay, again the same process will follow here. Area of a triangle, same formula. What is our formula? Half into base into height, isn't it? Okay, so use the same formula, half into base into height. Okay, for the lower triangle also half into base into height. Okay, yes. So now we will substitute the value. This is equal to half into base. Okay, base. Okay, so for this triangle ADE, now consider this DL. Okay, DL is perpendicular to AC, isn't it? So therefore now consider AE as a base. In the first case you considered AD as a base, isn't it? In the first case you considered this AD as a base. So now consider AE as a base. Okay, now consider AE is your base for the triangle AED. Okay, yes. So what about base here? Base is AE into height. What about height here? Yes, height is nothing but your base is now AE. Okay, so for the side AE, what is the opposite vertex? Opposite vertex is D. Okay, you have to draw perpendicular. Height is nothing but perpendicular drawn from the opposite vertex to that side. Okay, to that base. Okay, so what is the opposite vertex here? D. So what is the perpendicular length? That is DL, isn't it? So this is your height. Okay, so therefore DL is your height. Okay, by okay, once again for the lower triangle, area of triangle DEC, okay, half same into base. Okay, what is the base for this triangle now? DEC. What is the base? Okay, EC is the base. Okay, EC is the base. Okay, EC into height. What about your height? Height is nothing but same height. Okay, that is DL. Okay, so this DL is a height for these two triangle. Okay, so what about height? DL. Okay, DL is your height. Okay, now we'll cancel the term. Half cancelled, DL cancelled. Now which one remained here? AE by EC remained, isn't it? So this is equal to AE by EC, isn't it? AE by EC remained. Okay, yes. So now therefore you can say here area of area of triangle, what is that? AED, area of triangle AED by area of triangle DEC, area of triangle DEC equal to how much? AE by EC. AE by EC. Okay, consider it as equation number 2. Okay, yes. So now just compare your equation 1 and equation 2. Okay, see, before that, actually what we have to prove here, our intention is to prove, okay, to prove what we have to prove here, AD by DB equal to AE by EC, equal to AE by EC. Means what we have to prove? We have to prove the right hand side of equation number 1 and the right hand side of equation number 2, these two are equal. This is what we have to prove, isn't it? Okay, so to prove these two are equal, we have to prove the left hand sides are equal, isn't it? If the left hand sides are equal, then obviously the right hand side term will be equal, isn't it? Okay, so just compare the left hand sides of equation 1 and equation number 2. Okay, so just compare numerator is same here, isn't it? Area of triangle ADE, area of triangle AED, both are same triangle, but the denominator area of triangle DBE, but here area of triangle DEC. These two are same, different, isn't it? So first, if I prove this denominator is the same, then we can say your left hand side terms are equal, isn't it? Okay, so for that, see here, DE is a line. Just I will extend this line. Okay. Okay, see, just look at these two triangles, that is triangle DBE and DEC. Can you observe here, these two triangles are lies on the same base DE here, yes, these two triangles are lies on the same base DE, also between the parallel, same parallel, yes. So therefore, okay, see, this is important. I think you are already studied in your 9th standard, okay. So what we can say that here, okay, two triangles lies on the same base and between the same parallel, then area of these two triangles are equal, okay. See, therefore, see, I can write here, since which two triangles here? Triangle BDE and triangle DEC, BDE and DEC, okay, lies on the same base DE and between the same parallel, area of triangle DBE equal to area of triangle DEC. Okay, so you just remember this, okay, since triangle BDE and triangle DEC lies on the same base, that is DE, and between the same parallel, these are the two parallel here, DE and BC, we can say that area of these two triangles are equal, okay. So therefore, can I write here directly by equation number 1 and equation number 2, you can say that its right sides are equal. What is the right side here? AD by DB equal to AE by EC. This is what we have to prove, okay. You just remember, this is a reason for this, okay. Since these two triangles lies on the same base DE and between the same parallel, okay, which are the two parallel here, DE and BC are the two parallel, we can say that area of these two triangles are equal, okay. So this is the reason here, okay, this is the reason, okay. So if I prove area of triangle DBE equal to area of triangle DEC, then the denominator is the same again, isn't it? If the denominator is the same, we can say that the whole left hand side terms are equal, isn't it? So if the whole left hand side terms are equal, then we can say right hand sides are equal, isn't it? Okay. So in the exam you just write this one and this part. Again, equation number 2, directly you can say by 1 and 2, just equate these two, equation number 1 and equation number 2. But remember, this is important, condition is important, reason, this is a reason, okay. You should just write the reason, okay. So this is what we have to prove, okay. So this is a very, very important theorem, okay, 4 marks theorem and definite theorem, okay, important theorem.